I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights.
Okay, my lovely partners. Hello again. Anyway, now whoever is late. Now let's focus and start with the people who's there. Again, good evening, partners. Good evening. I know some of you it's like now still PM, some of you it's like early evening. But tonight we're having a very special training, a very special night. As through my experience, especially with our African partners, I've been seeing a very need for this training and for this skill, which is the closing, the follow-up, and handling objection. So that's the training I decided to do for you tonight to help you maximize your result, to help you maximize your potential. So I will do the last sound check before I get started. So now, please, if you can hear me, if you can see me, just number one, yes, you can see the PowerPoint slide, you can see my video, you can hear my beautiful voice. Just please put number one, put yes, we can see you, we hear you, and we're good to go. So let's all participate. All, please. Perfect. Okay. Perfecto. So I know some people are getting some technical challenges looking on, but it's okay. You know, we've got to start on time. So before I'll start my training, I just wanted to bring up, always this is how I start. I start by showing the reality, by showing success stories, by showing people who have been related to the subject of the training, so you can get the training not only as a theory, not only as like, you know, philosophy, but it's something from the ground. So the person I want him to come up tonight and share his story and share his success is a person that he was 4 times front line, you know, the front line promotion that we first, me and Muhammad, started for you even before the company, and then the company this month. That gentleman, he won our frontline promotion once, and he won the company frontline promotion in this month 3 times. So he is someone who has been walking the talk, and he's been with us only for almost 2 months and a half. So please help me welcome Mr. Jamie from Uganda, leader Jamie from Uganda. Let me just give you the mic and give you the camera. Brother Jamie, you can unmute yourself and you can start your video.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening. My voice is not so clear, but I will share. Thank you very much, Mr. Khalid. Unfortunately, my Wi-Fi is off and we have load shedding. I may not have the camera on, but that beautiful photo there can show exactly how I look like. So I all thank you, Mr. Khalid, for showing me this opportunity. Pleasure. I have been in network marketing for 15 years, and I have done the product part of the business. I've also done the crypto part of MLM. So I have experience in those 2 areas. I remember when I was looking for a new business to do, a business that won't disappoint me, a business that won't disappoint my team. I got to see Entrepreneur on Business for Home because I was searching for a company to do, a company with great leadership. And when I saw Entrepreneur, I looked at who is the top earner. And by searching, I saw Mr. Kalisha, and I was excited that I had seen someone who I was actually friends with on Facebook. So I texted him. He shared with me a little bit about Entrepreneur. And at that time, he had a trip coming to Ghana, South Africa, and Nigeria, but there was no trip to East Africa. So I asked myself, if this business is not yet in my region, why not for me to start? And I start building it in East Africa. So I started Entrepreneur 2 months ago, and I've loved the business because it's with e-commerce industry. In my previous companies, I built huge network and I would build again. Why? Because distributors would quit. And when they quit, of course, you have no business. You have to build again. And also when I saw the crypto MLM companies, I saw companies coming and going. They would close when we are still enjoying, they are closing. So when I saw entrepreneur, Mr. Khalid shared with me his experience. He had been there for 8 years. Even when we checked on his Facebook, we saw that he had been doing the business for some good years. And that is what encouraged me to start with entrepreneur. I had never done e-commerce business, and I had never been involved in a multi-level marketing to do with e-commerce industry. But I had a mentor, and that mentor is Mr. Khalid Shah. So he was there to train me on how to do the business, how to present the presentation of entrepreneur, how to do it right. And I really thank that I got Mr. Khalid Shah. Within just a space of 2 months, I'm already enjoying the business, and I see myself going even further and further. And to my excitement, the company is coming to East Africa region. I know they will be coming also to South Africa and West Africa, but to my region, East Africa, I am so excited because they are coming at the time I really need them, the time when I want to expand crazily, and that's when they are coming. What a great opportunity to host the founders, to host my great upline, Mr. Khalid, in Uganda and in Kenya. So you are most welcome to our region. This has been an exciting time. When they announced the promo, I saw an opportunity to make extra money. I have been a networker, like I've said, for 15 years. So I've tested good incomes. I've tested $10,000 on a monthly basis. Some companies even up to $15,000 on a monthly basis. So I want money, and I really want to make good money. I have big dreams that I have to accomplish. So when I saw the promotion from now up to December, from October when they announced it, I said, why not to grab this opportunity? And I started sharing with people about the segment, being a great service for them, a great service for them to save money as they shop online. And people started getting excited about that. But also, what excited them the most was them seeing the opportunity of getting customers that will be distributed, of course, after January in the USA. And that is exciting because if everyone can see the opportunity of earning from people shopping online, just imagining people shopping a pizza and you earn from their cashback, people shopping in electronics and you earn from their cashback, people going for holidays, booking cruises, booking hotels, booking flights, and as they earn cashback, you are earning. That is what excited me, and I share my excitement with my people, and I am getting people getting started one by one, and I've won that incentive 3 times. I am going for the 4th round even before the month ends because there are so many people out there who are looking for a passive income for 2023. You see, the people we should focus on, in my understanding, are people who are not looking at earning small, quick deals because there are so many young people, so many network marketers who are looking for quick deals and they are jumping from one scam after the other. Those are not the kind of people we are looking for. We are looking for people who are looking for an opportunity to earn passively, month after month after month, year after year after year. And we have an opportunity to share with them, and that is entrepreneur stock segment. So let's maximize the promotion by the company. Let's maximize the USA customer campaign program that will launch in January. And we shouldn't just wait for January. We should maximize it now by sharing this great opportunity with them. And that's what I'm doing together with my team. We are so happy and so excited about what is just about to happen. We have set our goals in November, how much we want to earn. There is one thing just before I finish that we should always write down, and that is how much we want to earn from the business. I wrote down how much I want to earn in October in the business, and I see my business growing faster than it was in September, because in September, maybe I didn't write down exactly how much I want to earn. And because of that goal, it's driving me. I'm doing meetings after meetings. I've learned how Mr. Khalid is presenting, and I'm duplicating. Every 5 p.m. East African time, I'm doing Zoom calls with my people. And they are also happy because they are seeing the support that I'm giving them. And I'm also happy because Mr. Khalid Shah is always coming on the Zoom call to also help me close my prospects and my downlines prospect, which is something very good. So really, this is a God-given opportunity for us to earn passively, not only in October, but for a lifetime. I will end with this statement. Just think about earning passively from everyone shopping online. Imagine the good news coming with the SaveMate mobile application. I can't wait for it because everyone around me will download that app. We have so many apps that are useless. They don't bring us money. Why not to have the app of SaveMate where as we shop, we earn a commission, and that is a cashback. Now, I am telling people that even when you are earning as an individual a cashback from your personal shopping, what about if you join an entrepreneur and you earn from your community as they shop? So it's crazy. It's exciting. I see myself earning much more money than I have ever earned in the industry of multi-level marketing. And I believe if we come together as Africa and we share this business every day without jokes, we will make it very big. This is the time we should stop thinking about the crypto deals, the crypto companies that come and go. We can buy our own crypto in Binance and do our own trading without giving it to scammers. And we have an opportunity to give us the money. They can pay us through Binance and we can be able to buy our own crypto. So please, this is a great opportunity for us in Africa. This is a great opportunity for us in East Africa to earn passively. Gone are the days a networker can go broke, because what happens, most network marketers become broke after some 1 year or 2 years of running with a company. And in my own understanding, it's because the distributors are quitting and joining another company. And we don't have anything related to customer driven. It is always distributor driven. So we have an opportunity with entrepreneur. SaveMate is driven by customers. Even when our downlines stop working or they don't market, we have an income that is going to come from the customers. Just imagine everyone around you with the mobile app of SaveMate, and they are shopping, even if it is once in a while, and you earn as they earn the cashback. If we can just duplicate that, we are going to grow very big. Thank you very much, Mr. Khalid. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting everyone in the business. And thank you for accepting to come to East Africa with the founders. Even when we have small results, you are coming to help us build it huge. Thank you. And to all the people on the call, I greet you all. I salute you all for accepting to work with Entrepreneur SaveMate, a business that will always reward us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leader Jimmy, for your great word. I can tell your excitement, especially today. Also, you have a new PPA direct frontline sponsor. You know, these kind of PPA give this kind of excitement. Thank you so much. And this is what I've been saying, ladies and gentlemen. What my mentor, Mr. Michael Hansen, taught me. He told me, Khaled, sales is a transportation of your belief. So whatever you believe, you can transfer to the person in front of you, and that is the sales happening. And you can tell from the belief, you can tell from the excitement of Leader Jimmy. And I'm also so excited for the African tour phase 2, that 3 more countries added because of this great gentleman and his team, and also some other great teams also in Kenya. So we're gonna rock and roll together. You know, as I told you, ladies and gentlemen, my subject tonight and the skills I want to teach you and learn you tonight, for me, is I feel, you know, everyone has his, you know, master power. Everyone has his, the area that he feels that he is the most powerful in. And for me, in my 22 years career, I feel that is my master in the industry, the closing and the follow-up. And in network marketing, in our great industry, the only success could happen when you feel that you're proud enough and you work hard enough to duplicate whatever you learn with your team. And we consider our partners as our family. That's why I wanted to give me the close attention for the next half an hour, 40 minutes maximum, where I go through this very important training that also going to be a two-way communication, which is the follow-up or the follow-through. Now, this is a very common mistake. So many people I've seen, even leaders, they have. When they are presenting people, when they're working with the people, they think when they present someone, the job is done. Listen to me carefully, guys. Sign up is a process. It's not an event. Write this down in your subconscious. Sign up for you to have a new partner with you, to sign up a new partner. It's not an event. It's not a one-time exposure. It's a multi-exposure. It's a process. And that's what's going we learn today. Because actually 99% of the people joining your business, they were not joining the business day in the opportunity day. They were not joining the presentation day. So that's why if we don't learn how to do or how to, learn the good skills of closing and following up and handling objection, we're going to lose a lot of our partners, a lot of potential prospects, family members, friends, who could be a very potential partner. Follow up with a prospect. It's something that should be done within 48 hours from the presentation day. So that's the first rule you have to put in your mind. So we know sign up, it's not an event, it's a process. It's not a one-time exposure for someone to sign up with you, it's a multi-exposure. We need also to know that 99% of the sign-up doesn't happen in the presentation day. It happens in the second or the third or the fourth meeting, in the follow-up meeting. We also need to know the best time to follow up with a prospect is within 48 hours after they listen to the presentation, not more. We need to strike the iron when it's hot. And we need to think of the follow-up as a meeting after a meeting, meeting after a meeting. In the follow-up, we need to answer the questions they ask and get your active upline assistance. Always two minds better than one. Invite them to join now and remember the SW rule. Some will join, some will not join. So what? Someone else is waiting to join. There is something very sensitive here when it comes to closing, overselling. When you put in your mind that you're the upper hand and you maintain your posture and you don't have the feeling that you are dying for that prospect to join you, then you could be in the deal. Because the moment people feels that you need them is the moment they walk away. So you need to create a balance here between maintaining your posture, but at the same time, keeping the door open. At the same time, never ignoring and doing your proper follow-up as I'm going to teach you tonight. And once your prospect sign up, you have to start with them the getting started training immediately to help them how to build the business and avoid doing common mistakes and do it in the right way. This is, ladies and gentlemen, is your pipeline. This is the pipeline of any successful builder. This is the pipeline of any successful networker. This is what you have to have, an Excel sheet, a system that to monitor and monetize and accelerate your results. What is that follow-up program? It's a very simple Excel sheet or like even a hand-drawn schedule where you have the name of the prospect, his phone number or contact number. What type is that prospect? You remember how I told you in the contact list, is he a hot prospect, cold prospect, warm prospect? What was the date that you invited him? What was the date that he attended the presentation? Those things we know. Now here is the crucial part. The follow-up process, it's 3 to 5 exposures, 3 to 5 online and offline meetings. It's not 1, not 2. You know, some prospects, they join even from the 3rd meeting, from the 5th meeting. As long as they're willing to come again, don't close the door. Because It takes time for people to change their mindset. People have feeling, I remember once I presented a business for a very successful single mother with 2 daughters. She got the idea, but she never come back to me. I tried to follow up with her. She kept finding excuses. And she's like, this time I'm busy, I'm doing this project, blah, blah, blah. And whenever there's, but I never disconnected from her. Whenever there's an event, whenever there's like an event in town, whenever there's like a promotion, whenever there's something going on, I keep just like updating her, but not spamming her, not putting her into group and spamming her. This is not maintaining the posture. But can you imagine, guys, after 1.5 years, that lady come back to me and she was like, I really want to know about the business. She contacted me in the Facebook that you're still doing. My daughter now is getting into middle school and I'm getting more and more expensive and I can't handle it. People's stomach changes, people's situation changes. So sometimes it takes some time for a prospect to join you, but never ever close the door. And at the same time, don't present and let go. Because if you present and you don't follow up 99% possible, you're gonna lose him. Now, 50% of the people who attend your follow-up meeting, high possibility, they are converted to partners. So the follow-up process, as I told you, it's 3 to 5 exposure. Remember, a presentation without a closing and a follow-up is almost a wasted energy. So you need to know how to do that. A follow-up is like 3 simple processes. I will talk about the minimum, but this could be repeated. After the presentation, we call it the follow-through. After the presentation, the follow-through. Then we have the coffee meeting. Then we have the 3-way call with the upline. What do I mean about the follow-through? This is the moment where the person just finished the presentation. Most of the time, if you are in a group presentation together into an office presentation or hotel presentation, you do this. Or if you're attending a Zoom together, a live presentation, much more, as we always mention, that you are sitting with him or her attending the presentation together. Or if you're sending them the video and they attended, this is the moment after the presentation called closing the deal. After the presentation, most of the people would want someone they trust to help them taking the decision, especially after being introduced to a great business, which is something very new to them or they used to be very skeptical about. And this is the most important moment to them, where they will decide to go for it or just walk away. Follow the steps. Following the following steps are very important to help your prospect take the right decision. What should I do? Let's say that they are into a hotel presentation. They are into an office presentation. You are together attending a presentation. What are the steps? What is the step exactly to be done after the presentation, which we call after the presentation or the follow-through? 1, after the presentation, thank your upline. You could be into like a one-to-one presentation. Your upline is doing the presentation for your prospect, like in a table presentation, like in one-to-one, not even a group presentation. Or you could be in a group presentation, no matter what. After the presentation is done, thank your leader for his time and effort, and then stay with your prospect alone. Why stay with your prospect alone? Because there might be some question that your prospect might not feel comfortable asking your upline about. But when you guys are together, your friends, you know each other, he might tell you the reality. He might tell you what are the real questions. So you need really to know that. So after you thank the upline, after you thank the leader, you go and sit in the same area, sit together. Start, talking about the business, what you do. Answer all his questions in a positive way. And if you don't have an answer to a certain question, immediately ask your leader. Some people, they feel shy to go and ask. Some people, they think that if they go and ask their upline, they will look that they are not really knowledgeable in front of the prospect. No, it's wrong. By the way, when you do that, you are getting a higher possibility for your prospect to join, because your prospect will understand that, wow, there's a support system. You still don't know everything, but you can build the business because you have people supporting you. That confirms, that make the prospect more comfortable of doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important reasons to make someone join you is when that person feels that he or she can do the business. So by following those steps, you are confirming for them that yes, it's doable. By being positive, answering his question, by even when he asks you a question or she asks you a question, you don't have an answer, you pick up the phone, ask your upline, you go to your upline or to your leader, ask that question, take him and ask that question. It will look nice that you are working together and supporting. So don't feel shy of doing that. This will help. Talk about your success experience and what type of support you got from your leaders and the Diamonds team and our team. The closing is like building a trust, is making the person believe that it's doable. By how? By making him or he feel there's a support system, there's an online system, there's an office presentation, their weekly hotels meeting, there's an upline supporting us to build the business. Those are all the building blocks of the trust in your prospect that will help him to take a decision. This is a very important point. Always ask questions that has a positive answer. For example, don't ask questions that have a no answer. What do I mean? After the presentation, some people, they will just stand like this and tell you, how do you think of it? They look like a drug smuggler, standing by the wall and putting their leg on the wall. Hey, bro, how do you think of it? Do you like it? These kind of questions and your attitude reflect your business. So try to avoid questions like, how did you find the business? Did you like the opportunity or not? Why? Instead, ask questions that has positive answer, like, and instead of you ask the prospect, did you like the opportunity or not? Or how did you find the business? You can ask him or ask her, what is the most thing you like about the business? What package have you decided to start with? Is it the PPA, the smart one, or the team member, the startup one? So always try to ask the question that has the yes answer, not that has an opportunity for saying no. Because if you pull out 5 yeses from your prospect, 50% is in. So remember, always ask the question that has a positive answer. Don't ask, how did you find the business? Or did you like the opportunity? Such question might have a no answer. And instead ask, what is the most thing you like about the business? What package you decide? And when he tell you something specific, talk about that something more. Give him more information about it. So remember, ask a question that has a yes answer, not a no answer. Be very positive and make him feel that you will support him and work with him as a team. Remember, one of the most important reasons to make someone join you is when he or she feel that they can do it. So by making him or her feel that she is going to be supported, you're going to work together, you're going to help him explain the business for the prospect, they are in. And finally, explain to him or her the importance of time and what does it mean to be among the pioneers. Do you remember in the presentation we explained the importance of timing and the first mover advantage? Give that person, make him understand what he could lose by joining late, and advise him not to talk to anyone about the business. Because simply, those people could be a very strong potential partner for him. But because he will not be able to present them right or to handle the objection, he might lose these people, and those people might never give him another chance. So those are some of the critical points you need to discuss and do with your prospect. And last, in the closing day, if that person did not join you, which is high possibility he won't, because most people join the second or third meeting, remember this point. Take from him an appointment for the next meeting. So you're sitting together, you answer this question, you ask him what you're willing to start, you're showing him example of success, you're showing him event, you're showing him earning, you're showing him cashback. So make him understand more and more. Whatever question he asks you, answer positively. So if he liked the idea, he's like, okay, just give me some time. I need to sleep over it. I need to think of it. I need to do this, do that. Then tell him, okay, perfect. When do you think we'll be ready? Tomorrow or the day after, or maybe like Monday next week. Because I need to set my schedule so I can book for you a meeting with one of a very successful people who already have been there and made it. So in your closing in the day, if that person did not sign up, book from him the next meeting, the next exposure. So you have a reason to call back because you have already confirmed the meeting 1 or 2 days later, or maybe 3 days, 4, but of course the best is within 48 hours. Now, this is what we call the after the presentation, the follow through. Those are the steps that need to be taken and done in this proper way to help your prospect make the right decision. But what will happen later? A lot of people will go. Although if you tell them, don't talk about it. If you tell them, don't try to explain because you will lose, but they will still go and talk about it. She will talk to his fiancé, to his wife, to his brother-in-law, to his close friend. And he's so excited. He's so motivated. But what happened? He will get rejection after rejection. Why? I'll tell you why. Imagine you're driving back in your car and you've heard a very nice music, a wonderful song for 1 or 2 minutes, and you love that song. Will you be able to repeat that song with the same harmony exactly next day? Absolutely not. And that's a 2-minute song. What about a 20-minute or 30-minute presentation? Do you think that prospect, he got excited because he had listened to a good 20-minute presentation, and then you sit with him and show him an example? Do you think he will be able to deliver the message he got over 1 hour between the presentation and the closing to his prospect? Absolutely not. So he will never be able to get his prospect and his close hot contact reach to the same excitement level. So most of the time, people, to avoid being a risk, they will just get rejection. So that will lower his energy down. And here is your time when you're gonna pick up the call, because you already have booked with him another meeting. You have already booked with him a time for the next meeting. And that time you will find him already, he is already having objection. He already had talked to some people, or already had did his search online or do whatever, and he already have some objection. But in this second meeting, I will not call him can we meet or not? I will call him and say, hey John, when are we meeting today? Is it 6 or 8? It's like, what? It's like, we already have booked a meeting, man. And I would tell him, you know what? Because in the first presentation, I was not even able to discuss with you 10% of the business. It's a very huge project and a lot of exciting things happen. So I said that our next meeting, I will share the rest of the exciting news. So are we meeting 6 or 8? Why am I meeting him for the second time? Because when he comes again, or even a Zoom meeting, one-to-one Zoom meeting, it's a very high possibility he will join, because you will correct the mistake he made. You will make him understand a lot of wrong thing he did. And when he understands it, then he is in. Guys, a lot of people, I was one of the biggest skeptical of the network marketing industry. I was one of the biggest fighters. But when I was followed up in the proper way and attended the right presentation, I became one of the top 10 earners in the world. So don't underestimate anyone. He could be your diamond. And remember, this is the rule. 99% of the people, they will not join from the presentation day. 50% of those people can join you when you go for the second and the third exposure. Now, when that person comes, always in your second meeting, try to get the help of your direct upline. Could be a three-way Zoom call. It could be a coffee meeting. It could be a meeting in your upline office or in your upline home or in your home. You invite the upline over for like coffee, whatever, to help you close your prospect. Guys, treat every prospect seriously. He could be your diamond. Don't underestimate the potential of anyone. So let's look at the second and third meeting. What usually gonna happen? In this meeting, it's like a meeting, he will come up with a package. When he come for the second meeting, or when he come even for a Zoom meeting with your upline, he already now have a package. Maybe he searched online, he got some negativity. Maybe he talked to his fiance, to his brother, to his friend, and they gave him an objection. So that lowers his energy. So in your second and third follow-up meeting, it's your chance to re-energize him, to give him some good news, to share, oh, we're gonna have a tour coming, we have an event here and there. You know, I just got this cash back, I just earned this income. You know, those kind of positivity, energy. This, because people, ladies and gentlemen, they have lost their, you know, they have been working for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years through a pathetic, repeated, boring lifestyle. Go to job, come back home, 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 and die broke. They've been fighting with their managers, with their mother-in-law, with their prospect, with, you know, in the job, and having all these challenges that kills and drains their energy. They need that charge up. They need that kind of energy. But of course, without hype, with logic, with facts, and with reason. But they need that energy. You've heard how Jimmy is talking. You know, he had won the promotion this month 4 times. That means he recruited 12 directs. And what he did, he was presenting, following up with energy. Whenever you have a prospect for a second meeting, he could call me because I'm his direct, applying for a closing meeting. I jump with him. Whenever I'm available, I jump with him and I close his prospect. That's normal. That is how it's done. It's not something extraordinary. Don't feel, oh, this is how it should be done. This is how you should work with your downline. This is how you should work with your upline. Always, whenever your upline is available, have him with you to close your prospect for a second and a third follow-up meeting. Because always your upline have some experiences and has gone through situations that he did not go through. But let me clarify things into the second meeting for you that you need to understand. And understanding those things gonna help you a massive closer. Objection. What does an objection mean? If you go to Oxford Dictionary and open the word objection, read what does that mean. I will make for you a new Oxford Dictionary. It's a college dictionary. Objection. Let me define what does objection mean. Objection is a mirror that reflects the prospect desire of joining if it will be handled properly, not like how you think. So what do you mean? When someone have an objection, that means he's not interested to join? No. An objection is a mirror that reflects the person's desire of joining if it will be handled properly. Let me tell you why. And let's think of it logically. If someone is not interested about your business, would he waste a time or a minute to go and look and search or talk to anyone? If he's not interested, he won't even bother his time or mind to go and search online about the company or about you. He will not bother himself even for 5 minutes to talk to any of his friends or family. But as long as he had an objection, let's go to the reverse psychology. So if someone had an objection, that means he either spent some time talking to some people or spent some time searching online until he faced that objection. So that objection hides behind it the reason that's stopping him from going through. So the objection is a mirror that reflects the person's desire of joining if it will be handled properly. So let's together learn the art of handling objection. And you know, I will give you a bonus. I will give you, after we're done, I'll send to you a file with 20 common questions by the Network Marketing Pro. It requires, like, you know, part of the courses we've done, 20 common objections that come in network marketing and how to be handled, written scripts. But I don't want you to be someone who only memorize. I will give you that after we're done, just like for you to recap. but I want you to understand the concept of handling objection. The concept of handling objection is very simple yet political. To handle someone's objection, what you need to do, number one, first you must be a good listener. You are not, remember, you are not getting into a fight. When you are, let's little bit talk about the physiology and the psychology of human brains. When you are trying to make someone look wrong, or tell them that they are wrong, or telling them, no, you did not understand, no, it's not like this, no, you got it wrong. You are you are arming his defensive weapon, because the mind, the conscious and the subconscious mind, the conscious mind is the antivirus, is the filter. So when you are giving people feel that they're wrong, or you don't know, or no, let me explain to you in the right way, you didn't get it right, you are making him ready to fight back. So this is going nowhere. So even if he's wrong, he wants to hold the right to fight for his opinion. And this is not what you want. You don't want to go into an argument. So the first thing, you need to make him feel that you respect what he says, and you really want to write it down, because you want to know what is the problem to solve it. So first thing, listen more than you talk. God created for us 2 ears and 1 mouth, not 2 mouths and 1 ear. So be a good listener, absorb. Understand his or her message so you can solve it on the right way. So as he speaks, okay, you know what? I know my cousin didn't work for him. You know, when I was searching online, I found this and this. You know, you just learn the art of shaking the head and write down. Let him feel that you are valuing his statement by writing it down. Don't attack. The moment you attack him, you are arming his defensive weapon. You're blocking him from being a good receiver. And the third strategy is a magical strategy that I love to use. And in most of the time it works with me. Is the secret of the triple F. It's the 3 secret words that will help you to unlock anyone's brain. I know how you feel. I feel the same. But what I found is different. It's not that simple, but I don't have time to explain the psychology behind it, but I will just give you a simple example. Feel, felt, found. When someone puts an objection, again, we don't want to get into an argument. I need to confirm his statement. I know how you feel. You're absolutely right. I felt the same. The second F, feel, confirming. The second F, felt, emphasizing, making him feel that you and him are on the same side. Don't make him feel that he's the prospect, you're the salesman. You just want to push and sell something. So he keep repulsing. No, you and him are on the same side. When he come and tell you, you know what, you know, this opportunity is good, but I don't think that I can afford to start right now. I will tell him, you know what, I will not just memorize. I know how you feel. I felt this. You need to put it into a story. I'll be like, you know what, John, I know how you feel. Absolutely right. You know, $2,000 or $400, especially into a collapsing recession economy, is not something simple to be afforded, especially with all the recession coming and with all the expenses of the kids and the house and the car. You're absolutely right, because I was in the, see, so I did not tell him, what you're talking about, man, it's only $400, come on. It's, you know, don't underestimate him. Don't, you know, just fight to him. Don't block him. No, it's not the way you do it. No, he needs to feel that you and him are on the same side. So when he tell me, I can say, you know what, you're absolutely right. He will be like, what? Yeah, you're absolutely right. I know $420 or $2,000, especially with this recession these days and with all the expenses we have, it's not something easy to handle. That's, I know how you feel. And you know what? I was exactly in the same situation, buddy. You know, I was calculating when I wanted to do it. And I have this, the house mortgage, the car mortgage, the car loan, the kids' school. I had all of this. I was adding them up, and it was really kind of a nightmare. Then he'd be like, then what did you do? Look at me. He will be like, then what did you do? That is the situation or the state of mind I want him to be in. He is willing now to be handled. Then what did you do, Khaled? Then how you have solved it? Now he's not like, no, you're not right. You don't know. No, we are not into an argument. I confirmed his statement. I double confirmed his statement by telling him this is the thing that happened to me. I got him interested to know how did I solve it or what did I do about it. So the whole principle here is I need him to be open up to listen. Then in the third F, and what I found is different, here where I handle the objection. So let's talk about the money. You're absolutely right, buddy. You're absolutely right. Nowadays, with the recession, $420 is not something easy to grab, especially with all the commitments. And I remember when I was presented the business, I had the same issue. I was calculating my car rent, my phone bills, my internet, my kids' school, my home mortgage. Like, oh my God, there's no extra $400. There's like, yeah, you're right. Then how did you handle it? Or what did you do about it? It's like, but John, what I found is that is the exact reason I need to do that business. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, because I thought of myself, buddy, after 5 years working, after 10 years working, I cannot afford $420 to start a business that could change my family future and my future. That is the reason why I went and I made it happen. Because what else in the world that we could start with this small startup cost, with this huge opportunity of success that could solve our problem? Then he'll be back a little bit. You know what, Khaled? I think you're right. Yes, bro. Me and you are in the same field, in the same situation. Look at us after 10 years working. We couldn't be able. I was in the same situation, buddy. I was not able to get an extra $400, $2,000 to jump into a business that in the biggest industry with a company that's already partnered with the top 16,000 brand name, and that gave a security for me and my family. Then whatever I have been doing for the last 10 years, something had to be changed about it. And I found this the most affordable, secured way with the highest success to change this situation. And that's why I came to you. If I know that you have an extra $10 million, I won't bother calling you. But because I know you needed the money, and I know me and you need to go to the next level of our life. And I know nothing could be more affordable than this. That's why I invite you for this. This is called handling objection. It's making the prospect feel that you are in the same line. I know how you feel. I felt the same. And in the third F, after he's ready and he wants to know what did you do about it, then you start to handle. This is called handling objection, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very simple art. It's a very simple methodology that if we do it right, we're going to always win the game. And now I will give our audience another objection that I want you to write in the chat an objection, and I'll give you an example how I will handle it on the same methodology. So now on the chat, please. Oh, the room maxed out. That's why we tell people get early. Okay, so now on the chat, guys, please. I want you to write an objection that you want me to handle for you. And we're gonna follow the same scenario. So let's take it as a last question before we round up, because I don't want the training to be long so people can watch it later. So give me on the chat, type me an objection. Please type me an objection on the chat, guys. We talked about I don't have money. We see how we handle it. Now bring another objection. Hurry up, type in the chat an objection that you faced and you felt that you couldn't handle. I know translation taking time to kick off. I will choose one. Okay, come on, guys. I need to counsel my partner. I don't have enough time. It's a Ponzi scheme. Okay, I will choose one. Now I'll choose the one that I need to consult my partner. Because, you know, sister, this is not an objection. This is like something that you can just advise. You know, if someone asked me, I need to counsel my partner, I told them, you're absolutely right. But I don't think that you will be able to deliver the same message to your partner. So you are not doing something good for your partner. So I would rather, if you invite your partner to listen to the same presentation and let's counsel him together. You know, because as I told you earlier, if you listen to a song for 2 minutes, you will not be able to repeat it exactly the same. So what about a 20-minute, 30-minute presentation? Okay, let's handle I don't have enough time. Same way, you know, he's talking, you know, let's look at this objection. I don't have enough time. You know, I work from this to this time. I do this, I do that. I will be listening, writing. Also, yeah, you're working from 8 to 5 and you have this family commitment. You do this, you do that. Yeah, absolutely right. You know, John, you're absolutely right. You know, nowadays, you know, time runs so fast. Look how I'm doing. Nowadays, John, time runs so fast, you know, you don't even feel it. Because I was exactly on the same situation. I was looking that I'm working from 8 to 6, drive back home, it's already 8 p.m. Then, you know, I don't know how can I get out and meet prospect or get into a presentation. It was a little bit horrible for me. I liked the business, but I didn't know where should I suit it. But I asked myself, now it's like, okay, then what did you do about it? Then how did you start and you managed to succeed? It's like what I found, John, is this, that again, after 8-10 years of working, I don't have time to do something that I love, or I want to do, or I prefer to do. And I ask myself this question, well, 3 years later, am I gonna have time? 4 years later? 7 years later? It's not. Responsibilities and commitment are going to grow more and more and more. And then I sit back and ask myself, why are we earning money if we don't have time to enjoy it? And do you think that I will be able, with what I do, after 5 years or 10 years, to have more time to enjoy? The answer will be no. Because we are only exchanging our time for money. And with this equation, we will never be able to have more time. And we're gonna have the same money. So when I look at this opportunity, and I look at the support, and I look at the team supporting us, I found out that this is the type of business that we could start as a side gig or part-time and build whenever we want and wherever we want with the support of the team we have. And at the beginning, giving this commitment. And when it starts to grow, it could go in an autopilot. And that will earn me money that can even make me have more time to enjoy. So why are we investing the time? It's to make money. Ponzi scheme. It looks like a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme or a scam. I will not tell him, no, man, what you're talking about? Are you crazy? No. Again, I will be a good listener with a nice smile. I will write down, you know, I search online. Some people say, you know, that's a pyramid. It's a Ponzi. It's, you know, it's not working. People fail and this is scam and blah, blah, blah. I thought, oh, really? Oh, and I'll be writing. I'll be listening. I will not be bothered. I will not be irritated. I will not get things emotional. And after he said that, I will shock him. He's expecting me to fight back. He's expecting me to defend. I will be so cool. I will be like, you know what, Mo? You know what, John? You're right. You're absolutely right. It's like, what do you mean? Yes, you're right. I had the same thing. Before, when I was presented the business, I went online and I searched and I looked some people talking negativity about the direct selling industry and about network marketing and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, some people say it's a scam. I found a lot of articles online. Then like, oh my God, Khaled, then why did you do it? You're not scared about your name and reputation. See this situation, then why did you do it? I want the prospect to reach to that state of mind that he is a good receiver. That's the whole idea of the feel felt found. And when he is at that state and he's willing to listen, I will handle. It's like, John, do you really know why did I do it? So come close. Let me tell you. He's like, yeah, tell me why. Are you okay with that? I was like, okay, John, do you really want to know what I found? He's like, yeah, go ahead. I told him two things. First of all, this opportunity is not like any network marketing opportunity that you've ever heard about. Because here, we're not forcing people to buy the thing that we want to sell. We're helping people to save money on things they want to buy. And already the company is partnered with the top brand names in the world. So here, we're not changing anyone's behavior. That's number one. Number two, when we want to do business, there are two things to look at. There are opinions and there are facts. And let me tell you what do I mean about opinion. This is what I'll do with him, even from the mobile. Look what I will do. I will go with him to Google. I will open Google on my mobile or on my device, google.com. But it's better if you have a laptop. See what I will do. Watch me carefully. In Google, I will put Apple scam. Search. I will zoom in. Look what here. Oops, what happened? Yeah, look here. 173 million results. There is 173 million article in Google talking that Apple is a scam. I'll tell him, wait a minute. I'll just put Microsoft scam. 72, 100,000 article talking about Microsoft. Sorry, Mike, what happened? Microsoft scam. 72 million articles saying that Microsoft is scam. Let me tell you something very funny. Google scam. 630 million article in Google itself showing Google scam. Can you see? And whose platform is this? Isn't it Google? 630 million article about Google scam in Google platform. He will be like, oh my God, what is this? I will ask him, don't you think that Google is able to remove all of those things in one click? But why ain't he? Because, brother, those are opinion, and the fact Google is Google, Apple is Apple, Microsoft is Microsoft. So when we want to do business, we should not look at opinions, we should look at facts. What facts should I look at? When I go to the company website, SaveMate.com, I will look at those big brand names like Walmart, Jumia, Booking.com, Hotels.com, Microsoft. Don't you think that all those big brand names, they have the same Google that you have? Don't you think that each of those brand names, they don't have a big team for protecting their brand names? Don't you think that those special team, they don't have the same Google that you and me have? Yes, they do, but they yet signed a deal with the company. So do you think that those 16,000 brand name and merchant did not do their due diligence? When you go to one of our partner program that we show, Western Union, tell them one of the companies in the world, the biggest exchange in the world biggest exchange, Western Union, among the hundreds of thousands of existing loyalty program in the world, among them all, he chose us as the best platform ever to be presented for his customer as a loyalty program. Don't you think that Western Union didn't do their due diligence? So, brother, what I found simply is something very simple. Is if we want to listen to people's opinions, we will never be able to do any business, because you can never satisfy everyone. But we want to do business, we have to look at facts. And I think there's no more than these facts. So did you understand what I'm talking about now? So this is how I handle scam or Ponzi scheme. So it's all almost the same way. But the more you attend training, the more you attend presentation, the more you are into our system, the more you learn. But the methodology of handling the objection, ladies and gentlemen, it's all the same. Create a peaceful negotiation. Make the person feel that you and him are on the same side. You're not arguing. You're not his enemy. You're not fighting back. And at the end, all what you need to do to max out is presentation, presentation, presentation. Presentation, presentation, presentation. No one in the world can convince everyone with the same idea. Even God product. You know, what is God product? It's the religion. It's like the Christianity or Islam. You know, even Jesus could not convince everyone to be a Christian, and even Prophet Muhammad did not convince everyone to be a Muslim. So that are humans. So if the person is not interested to be a business associate, he can be your customer. So what? Next, remember the card concept. Don't get emotional. When someone refuses you or refuses the opportunity, don't take it personal. It's not you. He's refusing the opportunity. It's okay. Remember the SW rules. So what? Some will join. Some will not join. So what? Someone else is waiting to join. So we go next, next, next. But after we do the proper 2, 3, 4, 5 exposures, as long as the person is willing to come again, don't close the door. People's stomach changes by time. So always keep the door half open for him to come again. And remember what I told you today. 99% of your prospect will join in the follow-up meetings. So if you not yet followed up with your prospect, go now, make the calls, hook a meeting with them, with your upline, and help them to understand our great business opportunity. And Africa, get ready for the November tour. We're coming with a very, very big, powerful package. So saying that, we've been already now almost 1 hour into the training, 1 hour into the great session with all the great speakers and the success stories from different areas of the world. So being that, I wanted to tell you, we're going to be always together, building and doing all what it takes to deliver for you how we made it, and to deliver for you the latest, most powerful news, knowledge, learning, as we are all one family, one team. The more we make you win, the more we win. I want to thank every one of you for staying and hanging off until this time. You were such great partners. We're going to see you tomorrow in our presentation, and Sunday in the momentum call, and next Thursday in the next trading. This is the system that we're going to keep to help you build massively and globally. God bless you all. Thank you so much, and see you at the top, and see you tomorrow in the presentation.